What's up, fellas? Back in New York, as you guys can see. But I had a patron supporter that asked me, well, told me, he asked me, said he was dating sevens, sixes and sevens to build his confidence, with women. I guess to get, better with women. So he was dating these. And I want to explain something to you guys. Came up with 10 reasons why you should not date sixes and sevens, specifically if you're doing it to build your confidence with women, all right? But I came up with 10 reasons why you should not date sixes, women you view as sixes and seven, because you might say they're a seven, I might say they're a dime, all right? Some of you guys think the thick girls that I talk to look good. Some of you guys say, hey, man, who the hell you over there dating? All right, it's all, I like thick girls. You go date your little bony, 120-pound, anorexic ass women, 110-pound women, and you have fun with that bag of bones, and I sit over here and I deal with all my delicious thick women. All right, that's how I look at it. All right, but that's my opinion. But getting back to the topic of the video, guys, came up with 10 reasons why you should not date these women. Now, one of them, the first one, I've already said in another video, is the more time you spend with them, the less time you're spending out meeting other women that you find attractive. In other words, guys, and it's the same thing with business. At some point with your business, in order to get it to go, you're gonna have to go all in with it. Because if you're doing a job, it's gonna be taking time away from that, and you ain't gonna never be able to build your business. The same way it is with dating, guys. When you spending most of your time with a seven, or you dating a woman seven, tell me when you meeting your fucking dime. How you gonna meet your nines and tens if you always with this motherfucker? All right, and remember, guys, I don't believe in no universal nines and tens. I'm talking about a woman that you view as a 9 or 10. All right, that's what I say. Because for all the guys that say, well, ain't no woman no dime, bitch, I'm talking about what's a dime to that particular person. You dumb fucker. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no dime. It's a dime if she a dime if I say she a dime, motherfucker. She a dime to me, then she a dime. She might not be no dime to you, but she a dime to me. Because that's becoming prevalent now. I see that. Because, you be on YouTube long enough, what you start to see is, it's like this little red pill pamphlet or something that, in the red pill pamphlet, you can't refer to no woman as a dime, or you committing a red pill sin because you said a woman a dime. Bitch, she a dime to me. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't saying she a dime to everybody, motherfucker. Everybody on YouTube just a talking head, and everybody will regurgitate what they heard somewhere else. Ain't no dime. Just like little puppies that just, little parrots, they repeat everything they fucking hear from somebody else. Motherfucker. All right, but the more time you spend with a girl that you view as a 7, the less time you have to spend. In other words, on Friday night, Saturday night, you out with your fucking 7. All right, you would have been better off going out, hanging out with your friends, doing whatever you like to do, If you want to go fucking play hockey or whatever, you've been better out hanging out with your friends, going swimming or whatever, horseback riding, whatever the fuck you like to do. Don't run your ass in no club if you don't like clubs. Go do something that you would thoroughly enjoy to do and organically meet women. Don't carry your ass. You know why y'all guys can't meet no women in the club? It's not organic. You go there specifically to meet women. All right, I prefer not to even talk to women in the club unless they choosing hard. I just go to hear some music. You got to do things that organically let it come to you. Organically. That's what I'm talking about. So if you like to go horseback riding, you probably won't meet a woman horseback riding, but you'll probably meet the bitch on the way to horseback riding at the gas station. You let it organically happen. All right? But the more time you spend with a 7, the less time you have to organically meet women that you find very attractive. Okay, guys? So that should go without saying. I've talked about that in other videos before. Number 2. They grow on you. The ugly bitches grow on you. So what ends up happening, guys, is you end up, her personality, so you started dating a girl, you like, I ain't really all that attracted to her, she cool. Over time, her personality just starts to grow on you. That ain't, guys, you want passion in your relationship. If you're going, or women you dating, even women I'm dating, all right? You want passion in it. You don't want this thing where you sitting in the bed. You know what happens when you with a 7? You don't really even care for them to touch you. Like, they'll try to get all up, on you and some shit like that. And you be like, man, you don't get your ass off me. That's how it is when you dating a 7. When you walking down the street, they go to grab your hand. You kind of like pulling away, like, don't be grabbing on me, fucking bitch. That's how it is when you date a 7. When you date a 10, she get up in you. She start, if you laying in bed with her, and she start getting up in your chest, you start grabbing all on her and shit because that passion, that intimacy, and that's something you can't replace, guys. I know it's cool to be with a girl. Theoretically, you want to have both. You want to have a girl that you find very attractive and you like her personality, but you can't. If you just dating a girl that you like her personality without being physically attracted to her, you're gonna have this passionate. You'll feel like something missing. You won't be able to put your finger on. You be like, I like this motherfucker, but man, just something ain't missing. And I ain't even talking about sex, guys. I'm just talking about the way you look at her. It's when you could be riding in a car with her. When you with a girl you very attracted to, it just does something to you opposed to when you with a 7. It gives this little friendly vibe like I'm with my home girl and shit like this, but we date and we have sex once a month. You don't want that, guys. You want to have girls that you are very passionate about, that you're very attractive to. I would say at least an 8. At least an 8. Number 3, guys. And this is a question that I've been getting a lot lately. Cause I guess I'm getting a lot of guys over here with soft hearts and shit. What I do, LMS, when I get tired and I want to move on, I've been getting that a lot. What the fuck going on? Do you motherfuckers got like a conscience or something? Is that's what you motherfuckers got, a conscience? So what happens is, guys, when you date 7s, at some point you get to a point the way, well, I shouldn't be talking about I done this shit. The reason I can make these videos, I done all this shit. So I don't want to talk too bad about you guys because I done all this shit too, right? But what happens when you deal with a 7, at some point you just be like, man, this ain't it. You just, one day you just wake up and you just like, this ain't it. I don't know what's it, but this ain't it. I'm just not happy. She's a cool girl, but it's time I move on. So now you stuck with this dilemma. It's easy to break up with a bitch. A girl who's a bitch. A girl who's getting on your fucking nerves. It's easy. It's over, bitch. It's easy to get rid of that motherfucker. Don't call me no more and block her ass. It's easy. But when you got a nice girl that got a nice personality, but the passion is not there, and you done finally develop an abundance mindset that, this ain't it. This ain't what I want to do. And you want to end it with this motherfucker. Now you got to figure out a way to, how the hell do I end this shit? Because you theoretically don't want to, be a bad guy and push her away like that because she's so nice. So you don't want to do it that way. And then most of you guys don't want to go the beta male route, which is by over pursuing her and telling her you love her 3 times a day, which I get that too. That's kind of extreme. All right. So I get that too. So now you stuck with this dilemma on how the fuck do I get rid of this motherfucker without hurting her feelings? Because I don't want to hurt her feelings because she's a good girl. And this is one of the caveats you get stuck with when you date a woman that you view as a fucking 7. It's easy to break up with a girl that's getting on your fucking nerves. You just block the motherfucker. I don't even want an excuse. Just block the motherfucker. She knows she been a bitch. She'll figure it out. She knows she been a bitch. But when you got this sweet girl that she cooks for you, she does everything she does. She do nothing wrong. She tells you, she calls you, texts you, she does all the pursuing. And you're just like, yeah, but I don't want to fuck her. See, that's one reason. That's one of the caveats. This is one of the downsides when you try to talk to a 7 thinking like, listen, I'm not telling you guys not to fuck 7s, fuck them, but just fuck them. Don't get into no relationship with them. Don't date them. Don't put them in your rotation and like that, because this is what you get stuck with. When it's time to get rid of them and they nice girls, you stuck with trying to figure out how you get rid of them. Okay, guys? So that's an important thing to remember there for all you guys with a fucking conscience, all right? I know some of you motherfuckers really don't give a fuck. I don't have this issue no more. I'm just not going to date a girl that I view as a 7. All right, this used to be a dilemma where I used to have with, I'm just not going to date a woman I view as a 7, period. And if you don't date a woman you view as a 7, if it's a woman that you view as a 9 or a 10, guys, either you're going to keep dating her, or if she start acting up, you gonna fucking get rid of her and she'll know why you got rid of her. So you won't have this problem. You only have this problem when you date a fucking 7. This is the only, when you date a woman you view as a 7, this is the only time you're gonna have this problem. Because if a 10 acting up, you're just gonna get rid of her. If it's a 7 and she's acting good, but you just like, I don't want to fuck with her no more. All right, guys. Next, you risk selling. So what ends up happening, guys, when you date a 7, right? you naturally gonna do everything right and raise her interest because you view her as a 7. Dating 7s is easy because obviously so the thing that happens when you date 9s and 10s, guys, is the mystery is gone. All right, it's because she starts, when you date a woman you highly attracted to, you're gonna be a little too touchy-feely. All right, you're gonna be a little too lovey-dovey, and you're gonna spend all your free time with her. All right, she ain't gotta fight for your time because you view her as a dime. She ain't gotta fight for your time. I'm free right now. Shit, hey baby, you free tonight? Can I come see you? Yeah, I'm free. Shit, you could be at a basketball game. I'm on my way home right now. That's how it is when you date a dime. Even though you know it's not the right thing to do, you just want to fuck them all the time. You want to be around them all the time. Every time you just want to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for a dime to lose interest because you lose that mystery about you. When you date a 7, her interest is going to stay raised because you never going to be like that with her. You never. So with a 7, I ain't never seen nobody who had a 7 that lost interest in them unless you know you some guy who don't never get women. If you somebody who never get women and you got a 7, shit, that's like fucking you winning the lottery. But if you're a normal guy who's accustomed to pulling women rather easily, and you with a woman you view as a 7, you're gonna do everything right because you're not gonna validate her. You're not gonna be giving her all your time because you just don't like her like that. She alright. You know, I see her on Tuesday. She all right. You know what I'm saying? So but if that was a 10 and she was like, hey, I want to see you tomorrow too. Yeah, come right on over. I'll be home at 8 o'clock. Come on. And that's the thing. It's hard to treat a 10 like a 7 because you're so physically attracted to them. You want to fuck them all the time, so you want to be around them more. So that's why they always lose interest. But with the 7, you end up settling, right? Because by you doing everything right, that keeps her interest high. So she makes everything easy for you because you being so indifferent towards her because your attraction level is so low that she does everything right and she's going to be so submissive to you that you end up settling because you start remembering how it was on the dating scene when you was out here trying to fuck with these 9s and 10s and how much games they play and how full of shit they are, that now that you got a 7 that's cooperating, you like, do I really want to give up this good girl to go back and deal with that bullshit? So like, yeah, she might not be the hottest thing in the world, but I remember all the games and bullshit that I used to have to go through when I was fucking with these 9s and 10s. And she is cooperating, she's submissive only because of your behavior. They act up too. A girl you view as a 7, I guarantee you, if you start acting like a beta male and you start wanting to see her every fucking day, I guarantee you, she'll start playing games just like those 9s and 10s. Anytime you take away the mystery, anytime you lose your indifference, a woman gonna start acting a goddamn fool every goddamn time. You can bet anything on every goddamn time. As soon as you start acting like she's higher value than you and you happy to be with her, watch how she start acting. Slow returning texts. Now she don't know if she want to set. You like, goddamn, bitch, you must think you're a 10 now. Well, that's how you treat her, so that's how she gonna act. Okay, guys? But that's the thing. You risk settling because the way your indifference towards her got her so submissive that she makes everything so easy for you that when you think about going back in the dating world and dealing with those 9s and 10s, if the thing is with those 9s and 10s, guys, if you can naturally act the same way with them as you do with the 7s, you'll get a much better response out of them. The reason why they act the way they act is because you treat them like they 9s and 10s. You have to treat the 9s and 10s like they 7s. That way they can submit to you. Because at that point, she feels like you're higher value than her. Women like to date up. If she feel like you're lucky to be with her, she's going to act a fucking fool. Every goddamn time. Lose attraction. Okay, guys? But that's another thing you run the risk of when you date a 7. You risk settling. You don't want to get back in the fucking dating world. This is the same thing, guys, what happens with jobs. You get a job, you get comfortable. I think everybody who got a job at some point always thought about, should I open my own business? I think everybody has done that. Should I open my own business? But you got this job, you get comfortable, and it's a steady paycheck, and you never, I don't want to take that chance going back out and starting a business. That's what happened with people who work, guys. That's what happens. You get comfortable. All right. Next thing, guys, it lowers your SMV to everybody, not just to other women, particularly other women, because you don't really care about what everybody else thinks, but it lowers your SMV. So, guys, what happens is when you start dating 7s, the streets is looking, baby. The streets is watching. If you in school right now and you dating a 7, that's what you get characterized as. Every one of us have that friend that we know he always have bad chicks. Like every time you see him, like he always got like these supermodel 9s and 10s. I don't even want to say 9s. It's all 10s. We always had that friend that when we was in school, this motherfucker just always just had like the hottest chicks, and he wasn't really no baller or nothing like that. He just had this sexual charisma about himself. It's just a gift, right? The same way LeBron James was blessed with athletic ability, he was just blessed to be a fucking ladies man. I'm not naturally a fucking ladies man. Y'all guys know these guys in school who just pussy magnets. It's like pussy, and like they might not even be the best looking per se dude in the school, but they just got that it. I don't know what the fuck it is. The same way I got that it to make these fucking videos, they got that it with women. All right, guys. And so what ends up happening is the reason why he keep getting all the dimes is because all the women see that he get all the hot women. So like once he get one or two, it's everything else is just snowfall after that, because he get pegged as the guy that get all the dimes. If you start dating a 7, that's what you get pegged at. You can't go back and try to talk to one of the 10s after you've been around here dating with the 7, fucking around with the 7. Okay, guys? So it lowers your SMV to every fucking body. Everybody know it. Any of y'all guys seen that movie Boomerang? Where the mama said, she looked like one of Marcus's girls. When David Allegria brought Halle Berry to the dinner and shit. And she thought she was saying she looked like one of Eddie Murphy girls, cause Eddie Murphy was pegged as the guy who get the hot women. Do y'all guys think that guy Halle Berry pussy wet hearing that? What does that tell Halle Berry? He's not accustomed to dating women of my caliber. You think she got? Now I know it's just a movie, but you think her pussy got wet after hearing some shit like that? Because at that point, his mama just told her he don't have the same sexual market value as you. Marcus does. That's basically what his mama said at that very moment when she said that. She just told Halle Berry, my son don't got the sexual market value to date you. That's women that look like you date Marcus. Okay, guys? So when you do that, just understand, not just to other women, to everybody, to me, your neighbors, everybody started to peg you as, oh, he always got bad chicks. Next, guys, does nothing to increase your sexual charisma. Nothing, guys. Most of you guys, the biggest thing that you need to work on, and it's the thing when I'm telling you about the guy that got it, he got that sexual charisma. And this would do nothing to improve your sexual charisma, because sexual charisma only comes out or improve when you're around women that you're physically attracted to. The only thing that improves with women like this right here is your friend charisma. That's it. Because that's all you got, is like a friendly vibe. And when you with them, when y'all sitting down talking and stuff like that, it's going to feel like a friendly vibe. You're only going to improve your sexual charisma by being around women that you're highly attracted to. That's it, guys. You won't... See, to get the sexual charisma, guys, it requires effort. Effort. See, it's easy to be a goof and a cornball. And, just be, what they say, be yourself. And for all the people all the be yourself boys, okay, I want you to be yourself while you beating your meat. That's exactly what's going to happen when you be yourself. Be yourself, beating your meat. You know what being yourself has got you? It's got you watching dating coach videos. Congratulations. That's what being yourself has got you. You don't need to be yourself. Being yourself ain't working, motherfucker. Now, I know some of you guys are watching because you just want to fuck more, but some of you guys are struggling at all. Struggling just period. Ain't had no pussy in 3-4 years. Some of you guys get pussy and you're like, I want more pussy. Which I understand that. We all want more pussy. All right. But the point being is You don't want to be yourself. You want to be the best version of yourself. Being yourself is going to have you fucking beating your meat. Okay, guys? Next, guys. It doesn't improve your game. Now, the thing is, when I talked about this earlier. When you are with a 10, it takes real game and a real strategy, because she is just naturally gonna have more options, and she gonna test more and all this and other bullshit, because she just has more options, just more to deal with. A 7, and I know looks are subjective, but let's just be honest. Some women are gonna have more options than others. Even though looks are subjective, some men are gonna have more options than other men. And when you dealing with a dime, that's a woman that you view as a dime, I'm gonna put it to you like this here, guys. If it's a woman that you view as a dime, it's a good chance that a lot of men view her as a dime. And if it's a woman that you view as a 7, it's a good chance that the majority of men is gonna view her somewhere around that same range. Now I know she might be a 10 to somebody, but more than likely, whatever you rate a woman, the overwhelming majority probably gonna rate her somewhere around the same area, more than likely. All right, at least your ethnicity. All right, so like as with me, with the type of women I date, black women, average person that like black women are gonna view them pretty much the same. If you don't like black women, then you just not attracted to them. So your opinion don't really matter. If you somebody who like white women, another man who like white women, y'all gonna pretty much somewhat view them pretty much the same way, as long as you like the same type of women, ethnicity wise and stuff like that. All right, so when you deal with a 10 and you deal with a 7, the 7 is gonna make it so easy for you. You don't need nothing. Your indifference is enough. When you with a 10, you really need you need a real game plan, because it's hard to not overdo it with a girl you really want to be with. Like if you go out, let's just say you met a girl at the club or the grocery store. Let's just say you met a girl that's a bad 10 at the grocery store. How many times have you guys got a girl that was super hot at the grocery store, or the club, or whatever, and for the next 3 days, that's all you thought about? Shit, you really wanted to call her when you left the motherfucker. To be real, but you just know you can't, because then she gonna think like, oh, he ain't used to mean women like me, and he acting thirsty like the rest of them. But you really wanted to call her when you left there, but you just know it was gonna lower her attraction. But with that 7, you'll call her a week later. I don't really give a damn, man. She don't answer, fuck her. But with that 10, you got a number 3 days ago, and that's all you've been thinking about. Or 2 days ago, that's all you've been thinking about the whole time. You done went to work, man. Woo, boy. That's all you can think about. And when you on a date, you really just wanna like lay it on thick and compliment her and let her know you really like her, but you just know better. You ain't gonna do that with the 7, because I don't really, man, compliment her. She lucky I showed up. But when you out with that 9 or 10, it's just hard, man. The girl sitting there looking good and with that short dress on and shit, you wanna let her know, man, you look good in that dress. How that's gonna work for you? You gonna end up in the friend zone. She gonna feel, you know what she gonna feel like when you do all that validation? I'm dating a fan. I'm dating down. He ain't used to women like me. Okay, guys? So it does nothing to improve your game if you thinking like, oh, well, I'm gonna go out with this and that's gonna improve my game so I get some practice before I get the 10s. No, it ain't gonna do shit. Ain't gonna do nothing. Next, guys, you start to subconsciously feel that this is your level of woman. So in other words, guys, what ends up happening is you start to feel like this is the level you at. I don't deserve the 9 or 10. That's what happens, guys. The same thing happens in the business world. What happens is, guys, you start working, you start making 50 grand a year, and what you start to think is, I'm a 50 grand a year worker. That's what you think. That's why I told you guys, when I first started doing this, I just never thought I'd be making this type of money that I'm making now. I always just consider myself a normal worker, gonna make 40, 50 grand a year, save my money, and retire when I'm 70, and, you know, live out my days. I never thought I was be a guy who can invest and buy real estate. I never looked at myself like that. I always just thought of myself as the casual worker. I never thought of myself as being somebody who could make money while I sleep and all this. I thought that was the other people. That was them other guys. That was the 90 what they call the 1%. Now I'm the 1%. I never considered myself to be in the fucking 1%. Now I'm in the 1%. Now I'm looking at taxes like, God damn. Now when people make, oh, the 1%. Now I'm in the 1%. So I'm like, I never considered myself that. And that's the same thing that happens in the dating world, guys. You start to get, if any of you guys ain't never had a girl that you really considered a dime, the day you get one, you be like, man, I never thought I'd get a woman like this. Never. I never thought I'd have a woman that's like a certified hot dime. Never. And then you get one, you start, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve to be with a woman that's a dime. When you go with a date 7, 6, and 7, subconsciously you start to develop, this is my level. This is where I'm at. And you'll only approach those caliber of women. You won't even approach a dime because you don't think you deserve them. Because that's not your level. So when when I said I was, you know, working and stuff, I never even considered myself before I became a trainer as somebody who could make 6 figures. I just always consider myself the normal, hard-working man that's going to go make his 9 to 5, that's going to make his 40, 50 grand a year if I'm lucky. Hopefully I have some insurance and some benefits, pay my bills and die. That's how I always consider myself. Now I'm thinking about, shit, I'm trying to build generational wealth. I never considered myself that guy, guys. And that's the same way it is in dating. So when you go and date 7s, you start to think that this is what I deserve. This is what I deserve. And just know, guys, it's so much more. You just have to apply yourself and take chances. Go up to 9s and 10s. If you start dating 7s, what's gonna end up happening? If you leave her, you're gonna start approaching most 7s. Think back to those guys that I was just telling you that only dated 9s and 10s. They would never in a million years ever date a 7. Because they just like, that's not my level. I only date 9s and 10s. That's just the way they think, guys. Like, you hear rich people say, you can take all my money right now, but I still got the mindset, which means that I can rebuild it again. And with the mindset I got right now, guys, YouTube can take everything, take my channel down. Amazon can say we're going to take his books down. Patreon can say we're going to take them off Patreon. Right now, with the mindset I got, that I developed a rich man's mindset, even without using those platforms, I'll figure out a way to build it up again. You know what I would do? I would probably go back into personal training and create a program, get super ripped up, come out with the best, and be the next Tybo around this motherfucker. Because now I got the mindset that, you know what? It's easy to get wealth. You have to. All right, so I'm getting a little off topic, but I'm gonna touch on this real quick just so y'all guys to understand. It's easy to build wealth. You have to just create something that you have knowledge on that you can sell while you sleep. That's it. And build some type of presence to where you have an audience. If you got the money, you could just do marketing. All right, that's how people did it back in the day. But with social media, guys, you don't need money for marketing. You just build a social media presence. And if you're a fitness guy, create a fitness program. If you do carpentry, come out with some kind of a carpentry tool or something that you invent, or maybe you teach classes online or something like that. Or maybe people buy a carpentry class or something, but you need to create something that you can sell while you sleep, like that's in a program. And all you have to do is build some type of social media presence. If you don't want to build a social media presence, then you have to spend the money on marketing. That's it. You gotta, some kind of way you gotta let people know you have a product for sale. So either you could do it social media wise, or you can spend it marketing. Either fucking which way. That's it. That's all you need to know to get rich. That's it. That's it. All I'm selling y'all guys is my knowledge on dating. So y'all watch the YouTube videos while I'm asleep. Y'all buy the books while I'm asleep. And that's why I'm able to make the money. If all I can make money off of was selling Skype consultations, then I wouldn't be making that much fucking money. All right, do y'all guys get that? I got a little off topic then, but I just wanted to clear that up. Next, guys, bad sex life. This is the girl that you have a girlfriend at home, and yet you still jerk off the porn. This is what happens when you date 7s. It might be good the first month or whatever because you probably wasn't getting no pussy. And now that now after a month or two, she want to have sex. You don't even want to have sex. So this is the girl that you find yourself off on Pornhub 3 times a day trying to get off because you got a girl at home that you don't even want to fuck because you really ain't all that attracted to her. I think this might be the worst one if you ask me. To have a girlfriend and you sit around jacking off all goddamn day. All right, guys. And last, guys, they're more clingy and they tend to push for a relationship more. Now, the reason they're like that is, like I said, your indifference has their attraction level so high because you do everything so right because your indifference, you really don't give a shit. So they tend to they fall in love quick because of your indifference. All right, it ain't per se they just want a relationship. It's just your indifference drives them fucking crazy. All right, and what your indifference to a woman lets her know that you're higher value than her. And so she feels like she's getting a better deal. So she feels like, okay, I'm a 7, but he's a 9 or a 10. And so she sees you as a fucking 9 or a 10. And so what ends up happening is they tend to push for a relationship more. All right. Also, they don't have the options that the woman that you would view as a 9 or a 10, although looks are subjective, like I just told you guys, whatever you view a woman, that's pretty much going to be somewhere around the general consensus. I know it's going to vary in there. Some people might see it as a 9 or 10. But the general consensus, if you see it as a 7, I guarantee you the average consensus, if you took a poll, the average person is probably going to see around a 6, 7, or 8, somewhere along in that area. It's rarely that you see a woman that you see as a 6 and somebody else sees as a 10. I'm not saying it doesn't happen because, like, I think Beyonce is a 10, all right? But some of you guys might, she's a 6 at the best. I do know it can happen, but theoretically speaking, if I view Beyonce as a 10, the average man that likes black women is gonna view her somewhere in that area, around an 8, 9, or a 10. It ain't gonna be like I see her as a 10, and another man who likes black women gonna view as a 6. That typically don't work that way. So what ends up happening, guys, is the 10s have more options, which means that they don't push for a relationship because they trying to wait it out to see what the best deal they can get because they have no reason to be so desperate because they getting so many options that they want to take their time and make sure that their hypergamous nature is getting fed that banana because they like, I want to make sure that I don't shortchange myself, and the 7 is not getting that many options like that, so causes her to push for a relationship more. Okay, guys, so that's another thing to be wary of when you date a fucking 7. They tend to be coming strong with the fucking relationship. You theoretically, you start getting these relationship questions after about 3 months. With women that you view as a 9 or a 10, they fucking around just as much as you. They dating just as much as you. And unless you just develop a real indifference toward them, they really, from my experience, they don't really start pushing for a relationship till over a year. From what I've seen, they want to have fun too, because they got the options, all right, and they want to wait for the best deal that they possibly can get. All right, guys, so I gave you 10 reasons why you should not date a 7. And I know a lot of you, I guarantee you probably 75-80% of you motherfuckers right now got a girl that you probably view as a 7, 7.5, 7. And you probably like everything I said on it, you like, yep, that's about right. Now that's why you shouldn't deal with 7. And now the hardest thing is you can't even fucking get out of it because you don't want to break the bitch, hurt the bitch feelings and shit. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys later. What's up, fellas? So this is me back in New York with my New York chick. Back at my favorite restaurants. This right here, we was at Budokan. Had a good time at Budokan. Hadn't seen her in over a month. This is my first time, I think, being in New York in a month or a little over a month. So I spent 2 days with her in a row, guys, because I hadn't seen her in over a month. And I probably won't be back to New York till April 1st. All right, so I probably won't see her again for 6 weeks. So spent a couple days with her in a row before Valentine's. And this is what I recommend you guys to get your girls for Valentine's. Something like this, something that's cheap. This right here only cost me $40. Now, I had bought my girl, my main girl in Atlanta one, and I bought her one. And I gave, the man didn't have two big ones, so I had to pick who I was gonna give the big bear to and give one the little bear. And I decided to get a one in New York, the little bear. And if y'all guys are curious how I came up with who I was going to give the little bear to opposed to the big bear, well, I just went off who sucked my dick the best. And so my girl in Atlanta sucked my dick the best. So she got the big bear. And my New York girl got the small bear. Okay, guys. Now, preferably, I would have rather got both of them. And this is me at the TWA restaurant, guys. Out by JFK restaurant. We came out here. It was a new spot that just opened up. It's okay. I ain't really care for it that much, but I wanted to try something different. But preferably, guys, I would have got both of them the big bear, but the guy didn't have but one big bear left and all the rest of them was small. So that's how I came up with the decision on that. Now, I had a patron supporter came up with a very good question, guys. He asked me what to do when a girl bring up politics on a date. Now, you guys know not to talk about politics, but if she brings it up, you can't just ignore it. So if she just like, who you affiliated with, guys, it's always best to be just like, I'm independent. And what independent means, guys, means that you're not tied to no party. It doesn't mean that you're waffling the fence. Independent just means that you are with whoever is the best candidate at the time. And that's how I am, guys. I'm with whoever the best candidate at the time. Now, 99, I'm young. So right now, everybody that I've been with is Democrat. I've been for Bill Clinton. I've been for Barack Obama. And I was for Hillary Clinton just because, I'm not a Trump supporter. But even though I was not a big Hillary Clinton supporter, I still would rather vote for her than Trump. But I'm at heart, I could theoretically vote for a Republican if a shitty Democrat. I'm just not going to vote for a Democrat just because they Democrat. Let me just put it like that, guys. So if we ever get a shitty Democrat and a better Republican, I would vote Republican.